Purchase of American-made battery electric locomotives in all of history.
Yay, batteries. Hey, where's the shout out to Elon Musk?
Those batteries. General Motors.
Ah.
Folks, I want to tell you, it matters. It matters a lot. The company who will build these locomotives is called Wabtec. W-A-B in their name is because they grew out of the old Westinghouse air brake company.
You know, what's kind of sad is I don't know that Biden knows how to spell Tesla because he never brings it up.
We built up in Erie. It's the same plant that Thomas Edison built at General Electric for General Electric more than a century ago. Not only will these locomotives be running here at home, powering our economy and decreasing pollution, Wabtec will also be exporting them to Canada, to Australia, and all around the world, again, creating more good-paying jobs.
All right, we're going to pull off this, and let's go ahead and see what's going on. First of all, market, nice rebound after the madness of yesterday, and it's doing a little bit of a rally into the close. We had a brief moment in the second half of the day where it looked like we were going to get a little bit of that sell the rip again, but that didn't really materialize. Take a look at this. We saw this right here at about 11 o'clock. We saw this rotation to the downside, and there was an expectation that, here we go again. Selling the rip again, as usual. The retail buyers coming in buying the dip, and the institutions coming in selling the rip. This has happened over and over and over again. Fortunately, today we're closing. It looks like we're going to be closing in the green quite well on a lot of different positions. One of the things to look at here is we started the day red. And when we started the pre-open or market open live stream, pre-market, we were talking about how what lately has been happening is red open, green close, green open, red close. And this morning we had a red open. Things were barely up. I think we only had, at the bell, we had maybe 60% of companies were red. And within 10 minutes, it looked like 90% of companies were in the red. And so as usual in the pattern, red open, green close. This is pretty common. We see a lot of this. This sort of enthusiasm seems to sometimes set up for more short selling. And we were just talking briefly. This was a sort of a brief mention here in the Course Member Live about how one of the things that's happening is we're seeing shorts still stabilizing or increasing their positions on stable positions on, let's say, Matterport and Lemonade in the recent weeks here, but increasing positions on the QQQ and the SPY. So for example, you look over here, you look at the SPY, you could see this increase here in short positions. It's not much, it's about 1% to 1.5% in an increase, but it is an increasing trend. Seeing the same thing here on QQQ, more shorts, more downside protection coming against these here. Even Nvidia has experienced a little bit of a pump ever since Jerome Powell had his meeting. You saw this little short interest bump over here. And if we go out to 1 year though, which I do think it's worth going out to 1 year, you go out to 1 year, we have had periods of more elevated shorts, and those have always been somewhat around those pain points or in the middle of pain points. So for example, let's compare Nvidia. See right here, Nvidia had a peak around April 15th in terms of shorts, and we're coming up to a new peak over here on Nvidia. Let's now go jump on over to Nvidia stock itself, which this morning was selling off. Now we're covering into the close. We go here, up 2.5% right now. We go to Nvidia and we're looking for April 15th. Look at that, April 15th, right here. The shorts increase after the stock rips back. You get this short increase, the shorts increasing their positions as sort of a hedge going into May. And we did end up having a little bit of a fall there in May. That's an interesting one on Nvidia. Let's try another here. Let's do, we can't really do Matterport. I don't know if let's do Shift. They've been public a little longer. Yeah, so let's go to the 1 year on Shift. We had a increase of shorts to the levels where we are now in the summer. I don't know if we had any particular catalyst there. So sometimes it feels almost company specific. Sometimes it feels more market related. See here in Lemonade, for example, we had two spikes, both in one in March and one in May, which were both rougher times for the stock. And we are at 37% short now on Lemonade. One of the things we were hoping for was that short interest would start declining rather than increasing. And that's not what we got at all. So for Lemonade, we had shorts increase here in May, probably during this increasing period, but also interestingly here in the middle to beginning of March here. So no particular correlation there on why shorts are increasing. But I would certainly say that this decline here has a lot to do with this short position going up substantially from, the like 30% range to really probably averaging somewhere around 24%, all the way to 37% short right now. Kind of wild, honestly. Someone here mentions that Wall Street Bets is pumping Apple. That's not a surprise. And one of the reasons that's not a terrible surprise is there's a comfort in going to stocks that have been going up and have been doing very, very well, especially since you have all the CNBC folks and all the hedgies and the institutions basically selling their funds with the argument of, oh yeah, we're looking for quality growth, companies that can navigate through supply chain shortages or whatever. Yet for some reason, markets seem to be somewhat overlooking Tesla. Tesla's also navigating supply chain shortages, but it's actually, flat for the day. And reported absolutely phenomenal earnings. Really, really great company. Volatility's higher, sell puts look more juicy. Everything about it looks great. But people are setting up that short protection, and that's why we're seeing short interest increase. That's why we're seeing put premium increase, and it's getting more expensive to short. One of the fascinating things about that is once we get a little bit of a rotation and some of the priciness of shorting, it makes you wonder, like, could it set up for a squeeze, or is that not even remotely going to be possible until J-Pow U-turns or CPI U-turns? Those are the two big things to look for: is a U-turn on inflation or a U-turn on the Fed. Next week, we're going to have a lot of Fed speak. We talked about that a little bit this morning. It is worth noting that this morning we had Neil Kashkari mentioned that they're not sure if we are going to be able to get inflation down with 3 rate hikes, which is kind of disappointing because it sends this message that, for lack of a more polite way to put it, once the inflation genie is out of the bottle, it's really hard to put them back in. That's at least somewhat what it feels like with the Federal Reserve, suggesting that they might not exactly know what the HE double hockey sticks is going on. Which, wow, surprise, surprise, the Fed doesn't know what's going on. But anyway, do want to mention too that the first large batch of the Path to Building Wealth course comes out today. I won't be 100% complete. I've expanded the course way more than I thought I was going to, and I keep adding lectures to it. So we'll have more next week as well. But very excited about releasing the first larger batch today of lectures. So that'll be fun in the Path course. And then, of course, you get access to the live streams as well with that coupon code expiring today. It's my birthday, and I'm taking off. All right, so let's take a look here at some individual price action. We've got Lucid here really dragging along the floor here. I mean, really rough day for Lucid, down 7.3%. Just never really got to maintain that takeoff like some of the other companies had. Same thing with SoFi, suffering here under $11 now. Pinterest 26. Macy, how's Macy been doing on the day chart? You know, Macy's had this nice, this incredible run, but a consolidation here to the downside. If we take a look at Sark's sitting at 50. It's a level that is a little elevated. We've seen a little parabolic growth here on Sark. You've got BP actually down, probably because of the Chevron news. And then you've got Dutch Bros here at 1.1%. Now, what we're also going to take a look at Affirm, though, on that Visa debit card partnership talk. Really a nice rip here. I mean, really incredible. And we barely saw sell the ripping. I mean, it was right here at about 11 that we had the biggest risk of a sell the rip. And nope, we are closing way up on this as Affirm's up 15%, Visa's up 10%, Robinhood up 8%, which is an absolutely insane reversal from the close yesterday, where it was down like 14%. It was just a pure pain day. Trade Desk is up 4.24% on the day, and Rivian's up 4%. So really interesting how Tesla's flat, Xpeng is down, and Rivian's killing it. So a little indiscriminate in how the market's moving. Worth noting, though, that look at that NASDAQ, 2.3%. Really nice recovery here from the depths of yesterday. In fact, I think if we look at where we were Wednesday, or where were we Monday? Let's see. Monday's close was the 24th. We closed at 346 on Monday. We're beating our close on Monday. We did open, though, at 363. So we're actually lower right now than where we were Monday. The question is, can this pullback continue to rally up? That's the big question. Very difficult to tell, obviously, in the short term. We will find out how the Federal Reserve treats us. All right, so Robinhood, 8%. And no earnings usually on a Friday, so I'm just going to double check really quick. But we will also hop on over to see what we've got. Yeah, no earnings to report today. Let's go ahead and see what kind of news we have. And there we go. All right. So I love how the main banner always flips. Whatever's going on midday, it's always stocks near session highs. Oh, wow. Look at this. ARK short sellers make $999 million to eclipse all gains in 2021. January's haul for ARK shorts tops 900. Well, that's a little different. 941 mil in 2021. Now, let's see what they're mentioning here about this U-term. Bears who bet against ARK have made a cool 999 mil in 2022 so far, surpassing of last year, the 941. 4 ARK funds are among the most profitable ETF shorts this month by percentage gain. This is potentially good news, is what Bloomberg is here saying. Presumably because it's like, hey, are we going to bounce on these? ARK's positive today. One of the basic reasons we're starting to see some short covering in ARK is that the stock and ETF have taken such a plunge, and there's the assumption that they're at or near bottoms. Ooh, a lot of talk about bottoms. Jim Cramer this morning, and now the CEO of S3 Partners. Cool. All right. Let's see. Omicron subvariant now in Idaho. I don't know how many folks are really still heavily engaged in watching the Omicron news. I do wonder how many folks have lost their interest in chasing Omicron. Whew, excuse me. All right. Crypto secrecy makes DeFi a financial felon's wonderland. That's a crazy title. That's just what Elizabeth Warren wants to hear. More tax evasion and crime. Anyway, let's see how we're going into the close. So far, everything's been very optimistic today, which is good. It does look like the SPY is moving nicely away from that support. Look at that. We're almost at 440. We are at the highs of the day, folks. Highs of the day on the SPY. Going to go ahead and get to QQQ here. Same thing, highs of the day. Does not look like we're getting much selling pressure at all. Visa's up 10% now. There we go. Tesla finally up 1%. It was rotating flat after being down as much as 3% this morning, which is mind-blowing. So let's see what else we have. Let's see what the suits are saying. And let's take a look at bonds. Bonds is always fun. I believe we got a little bit of a decline in bonds. Let's take a peek here. We've got, yep, the 10-year at 1.78. It's down about 2.6 points. Let's take a peek at crypto by going to ftx.us. You can use my affiliate link if you wanted to by going to metkevin.com/ftxus and save 10% on your trading fees there. All right, let's see what we got on BTC. BTC, nice move off of 37. All day we have been stuck at about 37, with the exception of that latter half here, where the benefit is, in my opinion, BTC sometimes kind of reiterates or confirms, or sometimes even leads a rip on the S&P or the NASDAQ. We had a solid bounce today, this morning, off of 36 ones. We've had almost a $2,000 swing in BTC prices today. Not uncommon, since we do have our support line set at 36.1 and at 37.6, which we're standing on top of right now. We'll see if we can end up holding on to that. Tesla showing a little bit of a rally into the close. A lot of enthusiasm coming here into the close, with the exception of Lucid, SoFi, and Xpeng. Beyond Meat, these guys are being left behind. Visa, full 10%, and now 16% on Affirm. Really, really good rally into the close. It probably, honestly, led by Apple. Look at this rip, 7%, and it's kind of extending towards the close. What it feels like is we've actually got potentially institutional buying kind of rotating into the end, because usually retail is out of money at the beginning of the day, buying the dip. Yeah, not always, but they usually get sold off on. This is a nice rotation here towards the end of the day. Finally gets us off some of those crazy lows. Let's go ahead and listen to Sarah Eisen here for a second.
Trading day, and today we've got Crossmark's chief market strategist, Victoria Fernandez, back.
Never mind, they're just going to introduce people. That's no fun. All right, let's go ahead and see what the suits are saying here. All right, let's see here. Somebody's wondering if I think this could be a bull trap. You know, it's been one of those things where it's like fool me once, and every single rally that we've had since the beginning of December has sold off. Every single one of them. Hopefully it's over. Woo, excuse me. Hopefully it's over. It's surprising that right before Fed speak, we're seeing a little bit of a rally. So maybe that's bullish. Maybe markets are just realizing, hey, you know what? We're going to get rates hiked on us, and there you go. Personally, not convinced that markets have fully priced in the action that the Fed is going to have to take. But then again, who knows? But this is good. This is a well-needed bounce for a lot of folks in the market. It has just been a really crappy week otherwise. All right. Let's look at the yield curve. I'll show it to you as well. One sec. 2-year, 10-year. Okay, yeah, okay. Yield curve is now down at 61. That is actually based off yesterday's pricing, though. So let me get 10-2 yield curve. Let's see if Y charts will give us a good one. Y chart's pretty good. If they could give us some more updated info, that'd be ideal. So nope. All right. Well, it's no, there it is. Okay. Yep. Stable at 0.63 approximately as of the 27th, which was yesterday. Today's the 28th. It is still kind of surreal to think it was exactly one day ago today that you had the GME earnings, which makes me wonder what happens if we type into Google GME year to date or just GME stock and then go to the year to date. It's going to probably be down like 75% or actually more, probably down like 80%. But let's do it. 1 year. Oh, 50%. Really? Oh, because they're measuring from 193. They're measuring from a day before. Why do they do that? No, they're measuring from 28. Oh, because it was an intraday move. Okay. Yeah, that was wild. It's also crazy to think that a year has gone by from these times. Quite insane. All right, so watching BTC here. We've got transactions coming through at 37.7 is the midpoint here. Let's see. We have Apple moving very well. Let's try the Brits. Financial Times. All right. U.S. warns Russia has significant military assets for Ukraine invasion. The market does not seem to care about this whatsoever. They did on Monday. I don't know what it was. I don't know, Apple, or markets are a little freaky around Monday. It's interesting. Final 6 minutes of trade, and markets are at session highs. Yes, they are. Oh, yeah, look at that. Apple now over 170. Nice move to the upside here. A firm 16%. SoFi still down a couple percent here. Lucid 6%. And if we pull up a little bit more, we'll see Tesla. Ooh, Tesla must be up about 2% right now or more. Unless I missed it. No, it's only up 1.25. Never mind. Sorry for the fake out. All right. Let's see what Sarah's saying.
Posting record profits last quarter, beating analyst estimates in every single product category except iPads as supply chain issues cut into sales there. But CEO Tim Cook did note that those challenges are showing signs of improvement. Victoria, a nice move in Apple. It's now up 7% at session highs.
Yeah.
Is it too late to get into this stock in this kind of environment where it acts like a safety?
Why do people say that? Why is it always when it's going up, people like, is it too late to get in?
Best of both worlds, Sarah, of growth and of value. We did actually buy Apple prior to the earnings. And so,
listen to the hedgies sell Apple.
that I think you need to have in your portfolio long term. So as we talked a minute ago about the volatility that we're seeing in the market, I think when you have any kind of red days where Apple pulls back a little bit, that is an opportunity to get in there. I mean, they're not having the same supply chain issues that we heard from, Western Digital, from VF Corp, and other companies. They're doing really well there, and they had the largest single quarter for revenue. So they really knocked it out of the park. I think we're getting.
Hey, don't get me wrong. Apple is an absolutely phenomenal company, but if the market keeps getting fearful about rates, it's only a matter of time before Apple does not stand that high. I really think it's so incredible that almost everybody on CNBC is like, oh, go buy Apple, go buy Apple, go buy Apple. Wall Street bets, oh, go buy Apple. It's like, I don't know. Doesn't that kind of feel a little hurtish? Who knows? We will see. What's not hurtish, though, is Affirm. Affirm is still hurting under $60. Ripping, though, into the close. It's now up 17.25%, with Visa helping lead right here. Look at that. What a move. Robinhood also doing phenomenally. Apple's almost up a full 7%. We've got about 3 minutes to go here. Rivian ripping into the close as well. DraftKings, DocuSign. I mean, my guess is you see that volume bump right here at the end. My guess is you've got a lot of institutions coming in, pumping money back into stocks. And at least today. Yeah, Upstart up about 5%, Trade Desk 5.48, SPY 2.3 at the end of the day. What insane swings. Absolutely wild. I mean, yeah, you can see here where we were this morning. We were sitting between our, we were turning red, and we were sitting between our two support lines here, and it was just throughout the day we ended up with a rip, with one that got reiterated for the end of the day. Somebody's asking if I'm setting up some shorts for Monday. Yeah, we were just talking about that in the course. One of the downsides is, which makes it very expensive to do so, is A, there are a lot of shorts right now. B, volatility is still on the high side. So the IV you're paying for puts, and you're paying theta decay over the weekend. It's not ideal. Not ideal right now. It'd probably be better to either straight short or focus on puts on Monday, or don't worry about any of that crap and just buy the stock. That's also an opportunity, is just buy the shares, right? Shares you don't have to worry about as much as you have to worry about with the other ones. Anyway, Trade Desk also, look at that, 5.5%. Another stock ripping into the close. Tesla here is rotating nicely, inverse in ETS. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would say institutions are absolutely buying this rip right now, because we're seeing that volume spike. That was a question that came up here. Seeing that volume spike at the same time as a price increase, and being at the end of the day, which is usually when traders offload their shares, or institutions, because institutions can trade too. Institutions are getting inflows again. I'm going to go pull Kathy's flows here really quickly. My guess is there was a nice inflow yesterday. I don't know if we can measure it for today yet. But then we can get a little bit of a feeler for what's going on here. Yeah, no, we're gonna have to wait till today's data, because yesterday she actually had a net loss of 86. That is 86 million people took their money out. So not necessarily a loss. And then 190 million, well, dollars, not people, $190 million. So about twice as much were removed from RK, just RK, on the 20th. Ooh, is that sort of? Yeah, okay. 20. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no. Here we go. 207 removed on the 26th. So we'll see. Nothing on the 28th yet. Okay. Let's go see how GameStop did today on the 1-year anniversary. Jimmy, you liked the circle graph. That was a fun lecture. GameStop ripping nicely. I can't tell exactly how much. We got about 3 minutes or 3 seconds. Yeah, it's up about 4. No, AMC's up 4%. Let's get the bell.
0.4% of gains on the S&P 500, 1.6% on the Dow, the Nasdaq up 3%, even the Russell up nearly 2%, having been down more than 1% about an hour and a half ago. And 3 of the major averages, the big 3, end the week in the green because of this.
Wow, what an end to the crazy week. Dow 166, S&P 244, Nasdaq 313, and as mentioned here, Russell up 1.3. Really incredible. Finally, some green, but really amazing inflows here into the close. What you really want to pay attention to now is, what are the shorts going to do? Are the shorts going to say now's the time to double up? Or is this the time for the shorts to say, you know what? It's time to capitulate the shorts and we're going back to the moon. That would be pretty incredible, because some of these prices are way down from where they were, including Tesla here at 847. I mean, even just the last day, it's still down somewhere around 80 points. But we'll see if this is just a bull trap. Bull trap would be when folks get trapped into believing that the recovery is here, buying into stocks, believing that we've hit a bottom, and then the bottom really falls out. Reason that's pretty common is not investing for fundamentals or for investing for purposes of macro fundamentals, like what the economy is doing, but rather investing because something has gone up. Remember, it gets more expensive as price goes up. So we can crush the shorts. In theory, you could. Yeah, if you had enough people, you could do it. So, all right. Well, I got a birthday to go to. Check out those programs on Building Your Wealth, link down below. Coupon code does expire tonight, and I'm gone until Tuesday morning probably. So thank you so much for being here, and appreciate y'all. And have a wonderful Friday. Next week is earnings too. Ooh, I'm gonna quickly look for next week earnings. I think you want to see as well what we got. Monday. DHL. Okay, a bunch of them Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. UPS, Exxon, PayPal, AMD, Google, GM, Starbucks, Gilead. That's all on Tuesday. AbbVie, Waste Management, Facebook, Qualcomm, Spotify. That's Wednesday. Thursday, Merck, Nokia, Penn National Gaming. Gonna have a lot of insight on inflation. Amazon in the afternoon with Snap, Pinterest, Ford, Activision, Ubiquity. And Friday is, don't recognize some of those. Those are smaller. Oh, that's it. All right. Woo! So there it is. Thanks so much, folks. Enjoy your